About to begin the third quarter here at University High School as we cap off the 8th annual Think Pink Classic. 43-29, Winter Park with the lead as we start the final 16 minutes. And Travis, revisiting your keys to the game, driven by your Central Florida and Gulf Coast Honda dealers and the 2015 Honda Fit.
Well, Winter Park, as advertised, just a freewheeling team that plays with a lot of fun, a lot of energy in their game, and it works for them. As for Spruce Creek, they are not shooting the rock well. Coach Ham said they go as their shooting goes, and that is evident tonight as they have not shot the ball well.
36% from three-point range for Spruce Creek. The turnovers, I think, a big part of why the deficit is what it is. And turnovers that are live ball turnovers, giving Winter Park chances to get easy baskets.
Absolutely. Winter Park, like I said, they look at those turnovers as an opportunity to strike while the iron's hot at the other end.
Alexis Pitchford, leading scorer in the first half, and this starts much like the first quarter did with an offensive rebound. A nice job there by Brianna Laidler to get around Ludlow and force the turnover.
Ludlow kept that play alive, but just couldn't hold off Laidler at that end. Laidler now, here's what you look for if you're Spruce Creek, your best player per se, Laidler. Is she cold? Is she out of the game mentally because she had to sit so much of that first half?
Ashanti Bailey, for starting the game on the bench, begins the third quarter out there on the floor. Kiaubrey Edwards found space along the baseline and drew a foul.
And Edwards so active. That's twice now she's driven hard to the lane, got fouled, got into the free throw line.
2 shots for Edwards.
Anxious to see if Spruce Creek is going to get back in that full court pressure. They had some success with it against Winter Park, but being down so much, that might be your last card you can pull.
Edwards played on varsity as a freshman a year ago. Kelvin Ham told us a lot of people questioned him for putting her on varsity, but he really loved her activity level.
And that's a good lesson to the young coach. No matter what decision you make, people are going to question you on that decision.
Now that sounds like someone speaking from experience.
and credit him, he stuck to his guns, and obviously it's paying off now. She is one of the better players on the team as a sophomore.
Bailey bumped by Pitchford. Winter Park spent most of the first half in the bonus. Fouls racked up for Spruce Creek in a hurry. Maybe a reversal of that. A couple of early fouls on the Wildcats.
And Spruce Creek continues to try to force it in the middle and then underneath out of bounds, but it's just not there. There's Ludlow. We haven't talked enough about her.
Creating a shot for Katie Price. Sloppy ball handling from Spruce Creek, and Winter Park just relentless on the offensive glass.
And we talked about what Coach Ham told us, that they have not been pressured all year, and maybe some teams should have tried it because it's working for Winter Park.
Bailey a touch on the block against Pitchford. Settled for that fadeaway that was on the front rim.
And this is dangerous territory for the Hawks. 3 seconds.
Like college basketball in Puerto Rico, a couple different universities. Team that was talented just kind of needed a calming influence. She says X's and O's wise, there's not a whole lot she's done. She wanted the girls to play unselfishly, play together and really compete. In some ways, she's putting her imprint on this team.
And Winter Park High School might have the secret formula. Just bring in new coaches that are going to be that calming influence, like you said, and maybe just give them a 1-year contract and like Coach Blackman in that first year, win a state title. The bar has been raised for new coaches at Winter Park.
Wildcats 14-9 a year ago, lost to Colonial in the district semifinals. They'll be the top seed in this year's district tournament. Edwards with that offensive rebound just couldn't get the second shot to fall. Freshman Janaea Gibson, 39% three-point shooter. Once again, another example of all 5 players on the floor being offensive threats for the Wildcats.
And it's got to be frustrating for Coach Ham because this Winter Park team is relentless. They just won't go away. They just keep firing up threes. There's a freshman knocking down a big three.
What a great month of January it's been for Winter Park. Victories over Colonial, Timber Creek, and Jones, 3 quality teams, and a chance to get another good win tonight against Spruce Creek.
And like we talked about earlier, it's unexpected. I don't think anyone really saw this coming out of this Winter Park team.
Adams, the freshman, with it on the perimeter. Nice screen to free Edwards.
That is some great offense by Spruce Creek. Just diced them up on that one. We need to see more of that out of them.
Lang pitches it ahead. Pittsford finding Ludlow. And she finds herself on the floor a lot.
And at the free throw line a lot. Now the pressure's on. She's 6 for 6 from the line. Can she keep perfection going? Good hustle to get back and make her go to the line. Don't give her anything easy.
I just knew that was not going to drop after all the praise you'd heaped on her before that first free throw.
Yeah, I'll take the blame for that one. I'm used to it.
It's almost like you wanted it to happen. Wanted the streak to come to an end. It was like a challenge.
Well, maybe I want a closer game. Who knows?
1 of 2 for Ludlow. She's got.
And Pittsford at the point needs to recognize that that's a great pass if it's caught in transition and finished. But a pass is only as good as if it's caught or not. Some question about maybe whose ball or where the ball goes. Not sure what the discrepancy is here with the officials.
Jim Meisner and Geno Smith engaged in a conversation.
I think they're talking about who has the better haircut.
Ooh, that's just wrong.
Oh, you know.
Montesano rattles home a 3 from the baseline.
That's what Spruce Creek needed. Winter Park, though, we're used to them answering, but not this time.
Wildcats turn it over. Spruce Creek has scored in spurts. We've seen them run off 4 and 6 in a row.
And again, this half-court offense has been really good for Spruce Creek when they run it. Winter Park might want to think about going back to their zone that was so efficient.
This is an advantage for Spruce Creek with Price trying to check Bailey. Uses her strength to get inside. Edwards with the offensive rebound. Laidler from 19.
And there's Ludlow getting the rebound for Winter Park. Really liked her game tonight so far.
Lang patiently setting up her defender for a ball screen. Jayla Adams, the freshman, swiped it away. And then Lang commits a foul in the backcourt. That's going to be her 4th.
And credit to freshman here. Great job by Jayla Adams with the pick at one end and then forcing the foul. Her 4th.
A little bit of a frustration foul there from Lang. Typically don't see that really heady player.
And I saw Coach Ham during halftime talking to Jayla Adams, trying to tell her to not just dribble so much into one spot, try to get somewhere with that dribble.
Hand off to Bailey. Got past Price. Off the glass.
And I think it's really up to Ashante Bailey now to take this team on her shoulders. Forces a turnover there as well. I think she's the difference on whether Spruce Creek's going to go on and win this game or not. But she's just as I say that, she's asking for a break.
Willing to go get the ball up near the midcourt line. Got one more offensive possession in her.
That's it.
Nobody wants to come out when you're on offense, though,
exactly.
Right? Chance to cut it to 10 or single digits, perhaps with a 3. Good hands by Courtney Puckett to deflect that entry pass. And Davison now will check in to give Bailey a break.
She deserves it. Good job there, starting the second half. Not used to starting. She does her best work coming off that bench.
Bailey with 15 of the 37 for Spruce Creek.
And the half-court sets are here if Spruce Creek will run them.
Seeing a lot more patience from Spruce Creek against this half-court man-to-man defense of the Wildcats. Montesano works off a screen from Davison.
And the criticism of travel ball coaches that they never run any plays. But Coach Ham here is running some really good sets.
Edwards whistled for a travel. A long possession results in a turnover.
And right back to the diamond type press, the odd front press. Middle is there. Great job by Winter Park.
Seiler flashed to it. Janaea Gibson. And that's going to be a jump ball. Laidler done a great job keeping her arms vertical and not committing a foul.
And Janaea slowly turned around to see what the referee was calling there, hoping it wasn't her fourth. A quick break for Ashante Bailey. Just a quick rest, get her out, get her off her feet for just a second or two. And they need her out on the court. Back to the zone for Winter Park. They might have recognized how they were getting carved up on that offensive end.
Active hands from Pittsburgh. A jump ball, and the arrow is going to get it to the Wildcats.
And Spruce Creek right back at it with the pressure.
There's just never a time when you can't value the basketball against Winter Park.
And that's the thing that you see sometimes at the high school level, whether it be boys or girls, they just don't value how important possessions are.
The foul on Gibson is the 5th team foul against Winter Park. Just 1 against Spruce Creek so far here in the second half.
So a real reversal there with the fouls on both teams. We saw the exact opposite play out the first half.
Winter Park scored 43 points in the first half. They've got just 6 here in the third quarter. Bailey able to shield Ludlow and get it to go off the glass. 17 now for Ashante Bailey.
And I would want her to get 30 if I'm Spruce Creek. I would keep feeding her the ball.
Wildcats turn it over again. Numbers for Spruce Creek. It's 4-on-2. Spotting up is Davison. She rattles it home.
Great shot by Davison with the spot up, but again, it's Ashante Bailey with the setup, the drive and kick for 3. Let's look at it. Kick to the three-point line, spotting up. Tough 3, but bangs it home for Spruce Creek.
Looking forward to the postseason for the Hawks, seeded 2nd in 8A District 2. Lake Mary the top seed. Spruce Creek 11-3, 2 losses to Lake Mary, and they split with Seminole, who they would likely see, assuming seeds hold, in the district semifinal.
And this is where Lake Mary has the luxury. They played the early game, and now they can stay and watch and get another shout in on Spruce Creek. Spruce Creek, again, split with Lake Mary. I'm sorry, swept Lake Mary, or got swept by Lake Mary, excuse me, easy for me to say. But a tough district tournament coming up for the Hawks.
We said in the earlier game, continue to say that 8A District 2 is the most competitive district in Central Florida because of the quality at the top. An 18 district with those 4 of the best 12 teams in Central Florida, according to our Bright House Sports Network rankings. So Marimer Verona's team now finds itself on the ropes a little bit. What changes has Spruce Creek made defensively to limit this Winter Park offense?
Well, I think the kind of half-court trap there, they've pushed their press back a little bit. It's more of a half-court trap, and I think it's a sense of urgency on the defensive end. Sometimes you play that much harder when you look up at the scoreboard and you're down 10, 15 points. Now only down 7.
Maddie Lang back out there for Winter Park, playing with 4 fouls. A lot of trust being shown by Coach Verona.
And they mix up the defense again. Good job by Coach Ham of keeping Winter Park guessing. And what they really haven't done much is going back to Ludlow down low, but they don't need to.
Lang with the 4 fouls knocks down a triple. She's got 9.
Coach Ham just kind of kicked the floor and said, what can I do?
Lang, one of 3 players on this Winter Park roster that played travel ball for Ham a year ago. He's well aware of everything they can do. Looking for a foul call there as Bailey muscled it up and in.
And she's feeling it, and I would want my offense to run through her from here on out.
Under 10 seconds to go. Gibson gets it to Lang. Spruce Creek tries to get in man-to-man. Lang with the pull-up on the baseline. Adams with 2. Gonna have a chance to get it up. And they the decision to try and pass it forward. Not enough time for that. Third quarter comes to a close with Spruce Creek in the midst of a run. Hawks trailed by as many as 18 in that third period. They head in the fourth quarter down by just 8. 52-44 with 8 minutes to go from the Think Pink Classic.